everyone, Randy here, the actor who plays RDAllen on the Millennial Farmer map here, and attempting to fill up my seeder here from that fertilizer trailer. I'm not sure why I'm even bothering everyone. It really doesn't work. So I have the planter folded up. The tanks are open on the planter, as you can see, and yeah, we still got nothing out of it. So anyway, we're going to go to the old reliable here, the liquid fertilizer silo, and hey, look at that. It's filling up, or it was filling up until we ran out of money. Okay, let's go borrow some more money then. Yeah, that'd probably be, okay, that should probably be enough. You know, I got 6,000 gallons of liquid fertilizer sitting in a certain tank over here. You can't get the bloody fertilizer. I don't think it even has an unload option on it, everyone, so I can't even, like, unload the fertilizer that is in the tank here. Yeah, there's not even like an unload option. So, like, what the world? Oh, well. Like I said, everyone, I think I'm going to have to, like, do some modding on that here at some point and see if we can actually get that working properly the way it is supposed to. Guessing it's probably just something stupid some mod authors forgot in there. You know what, I'm probably going to have to pull away from the trigger and pull back up to it here, aren't I? There we go. And as you can see, we do need seed here as well, so we're going to fill up with that here in a moment. I will get that from the tenderer, though. Yeah, a little bit of snow left over here yet from this past, technically spring. I think we back up here should just start filling. Yep, and then we probably need to switch tanks here on the tender. There's only just a little bit left in that first tank here. If we go to the second one, yep, there we go. Should be good to go. Should still have enough seed in here, I would think, to finish this field. Speaking of which, everyone, we're still working on the same field we were working on here last episode. And we're making some pretty good progress, I would say. Until I ran out of fertilizer there anyway. Yeah, we're probably not halfway yet, but we're getting there, Doesn't take too long with the DB6 here. Well, too long, just probably a couple hours, but still, moving right along. Okay, where did we end up here? About in this way, oh, right there. Okay, and we are back in business. Oh, and I suppose I should probably shut the covers there. That probably would be a good idea. So far, everyone, everything on the fields we own here, I have actually planted myself here. No hired workers or course play, anything like that has done any of the planting. I've actually done that all myself here so far with the 8370 RT and the DB60, which we got, was it 2.6 hours on? It's actually not too bad. That plant goes, I would say, fairly quick. And I've got to say, everyone, again, the guidance steering definitely makes us a lot easier job. If you haven't checked that mod out, you definitely should do so. I think you'll find it to be quite a game-changing mod. Maybe not quite like the GPS mod from back in Farming Simulator 17 and previous versions. But for what it is, it still works. It works pretty good. Like I said, maybe not quite as good as the one from 17, but it does the job. And like I said, I think you'll find it, like I said, to be quite useful, especially if you're like me and like to do some of the work yourself. You know, I don't always like to just throw hired workers and course play on everything. I like to do some of the work myself. You know, unfortunately, though, you know, if you're going to get something done on the farm, you kind of have to have course play and hired workers do some of it for you. Otherwise, you know, you'll still be back in the like plowing stage on this map here yet if course play didn't do some of the work for us. Especially on this field here. This field took a long time to plow there. With that, we got, what, the John Deere 2720? John Deere 2720 Ripper that we have. Millennial Farmer, as far as I know, someone correct me if I'm wrong on this, I think he has a 2730, which I do have one of those in the game. Here's a mod as well, but that one I think is a little more broken than the 2720 is. That's why I went with that one. And as far as I know, I think they're both about the same. There's not a lot of difference as far as I know between those tillage tools. Gotta say, definitely makes for a nice looking combination here. That John Deere 8370 RT with the DB60. As I noted before, again, not the same setup that the Millennial Farmer has. He technically is using an 8360 RT. I don't think there's one of those at all in the game that I know. It'd be cool if there was, though. It'd actually be cool if the map actually started you with one of those. And it does start you with an 8370 RT, though, by the way. Start the map with the equipment. And then he also has a 1770, I believe that'd be, what, a CCS style planter, center fill. And of course, if you're not familiar with that, that simply means that the planter is filled from the center. It has center hoppers on it, which is where the seed are stored, as opposed to actually each one of the individual rows having seed boxes on them. So basically the seeds are blown from the center boxes here to each one of the row units, where there's still like a small little box on each one of the row units, right? You can see them there that hold the seed, but they're just like small little boxes. They don't hold a whole lot of seed. And then at least on this model as well, when I do have the liquid fertilizer on it, just so we can put liquid fertilizer down as well while we are planting. Speaking of which, how are we actually looking on that? Okay, that is actually working on this field, isn't it? So we are getting an application of liquid fertilizer. Reminder again, when I on purpose did not actually put a second application on it, so we could actually do, you know, some fertilizer after the corn has started to grow. Trying to be a little more realistic that way, right? We still need to do field 1 yet, and field 2 actually was all the way at 3 levels when we planted it. So yeah, we kind of wasted some liquid fertilizer on that field while planting it. Unfortunately, again, game-wise, it's not a way to turn that off. What I probably could have done, I didn't think about it at the time, everyone, but maybe if I had unloaded the planter and just filled it with seed, seeing how I did plant it myself. Actually, no, that probably wouldn't have worked, would it, everyone? Because yeah, if it runs out of fertilizer here, it just stops planting. Nah, so no, probably would have had to have liquid fertilizer. I don't know. Yeah, too bad there's not like a way to turn that off in the game. Reminder again, by the way, if you haven't done so already, be sure to give the video a thumbs up there. Always very much appreciated. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that as well. And if you'd like to join us on the multiplayer servers, everyone, don't forget you can join us in on TeamSpeak. Even if you just want to join and say hi, you're welcome to do that as well. Again, as long as you can play nicely, follow the rules, you're welcome to join. We're currently again on County Lines on server 3 there, server I typically play on. And there's Seneca. I think it's Seneca County on the other server there, server 2. So currently 2 maps up on the servers there, Seneca County and County Lines. Both on 4X maps at the moment there, by the way. Both really good maps too, by the way, gotta say. If you haven't played on either one of those 2 maps, definitely highly suggest checking them out. They are definitely good multiplayer maps, by the way. We've said this many times before, at least when it comes to multiplayer, everyone, 4X maps definitely make for some good multiplayer maps. Now, of course, on County Lines, everyone, we're running with the Seasons mod. So as is typical with the Seasons mod, we're, what, a year or so, year and a half, I guess, into it there on County Lines. Yeah, definitely taking a while, as is usual with the Seasons mod. Which, as I've said, everyone, hopefully will not be the case on this series, because I don't plan on having animals. So when it comes time to skip time on here, I'm going to be quite liberal with the fast forward. Hopefully without breaking anything. You have to be a little careful with that with the Seasons mod sometimes, but as long as we like use the sleep night and lots of fast forward into the day, I think we'll be okay. At least I'm hoping anyway. With that in mind, everyone, my intentions here once we're done planting, so hopefully we'll finish planting here this episode. Well, after I'm done recording this episode, we'll finish planting, I should probably say, because I don't think we'll get done here this episode. But my intentions are, everyone, to fast forward time until we can do something, which will probably be spraying for weeds and putting some more fertilizer on 2 of the other fields. So maybe an episode or 2 on that, everyone, and then it's going to be, fast forward till harvest time. So we're probably going to go from, like, the 1st of summer or something like that all the way till... when is harvest for this? Whenever the corn is actually going to be ready. It'll probably be like the end of fall if I had to guess, but we'll see once here. Assuming our crops don't like wither or die on us here or something, because again, as I said before, the temperatures for the ground are a little cold. I'm not used to playing on a geo here that's quite this cold this late. Usually you can get away with planting. I'm a little concerned about that. We'll see how it goes. As I've said before, everyone, the critical point here is to be within the planting season. Typically, the ground temperature doesn't matter as much, although plant it too cold too early, obviously we're going to have some germination issues, which, well, I pointed that out last episode. Not wrong menu. We got to go back to this one. We do have a couple spots, so we got some weeds on this field already too. Ooh. Well, maybe it won't be the 1st of summer before we spray weeds. Might have to get to that sooner. We do have a couple, I wonder if those correspond to weeds. No, they don't correspond with the weeds. A couple of germination failed spots on here. Interestingly, more so on this field than in field 1. I see field 1's got like 1 spot. It wasn't the fun of it. We could just like swing by and plant those areas again, couldn't we? I wonder how that works. I'm hoping like within the next day or so when the temperature will definitely warm up. Like I said, we're already up to 45 here, so 59 degree air temp, so it shouldn't take long, I wouldn't think. Okay, we'll see if we got some comments to read here a moment. Let's see once here. Matthew was saying, you don't have an option on that planter for liquid fertilizer, just seed. That would be incorrect there. Well, look down in the bottom right corner there. Do I need to explain any further? Obviously, when it does hold liquid fertilizer, we just can't get it from that silly little tender trailer, which is what that mod is supposed to do. We kind of started the last episode off with a rant about that, so maybe I won't say a whole lot more about that, but yeah, we got a certain tender trailer that is supposed to be providing us with liquid fertilizer, but does not. And in case you can't tell, Randy's not too happy about that. Some pathetic excuse of a modder releasing that garbage. And you know, it probably wouldn't be so bad, everyone, if, okay, every now and then we get a mod that doesn't work. Some mod author's done something stupid somewhere, nah, crap, oops. But again, everyone, as I said, it's been like a common theme, and it seems to be getting more common here as we progress through the farming series here. You know, Farming Simulator 17 is kind of getting bad for that. 19 has just been really bad for that, if you ask me. Mods that just outright don't work. I mean, how many of them did we have in the Georgetown series that just were plagued with problems? I mean, just like the plagues that struck some of those mods. It was just absolutely horrendous, everyone. Obviously, I did take the time to fix some of them, not all of them, because I'm in a full-time job fixing some of those mods. Mainly chose to fix the John Deere 7000 series planter, which again, another mod that did not work at all. Also went after the DMI gravity wings, which those probably would have worked. They just, mainly the steering issues, and there were some other issues with them as well. And let's see, was there any other mods we fixed up? I don't remember. There probably were some other ones as well. There's still, yeah, a lot of mods that need to be fixed up there, but I don't know, maybe next time we do an old time map again, we'll pick another subset of mods. I'll probably find a bunch more broken ones, like, yeah, better fix those too. Cody was saying right after you were messing around with the silo, every time you talked, there was a humming in the background. Yeah, that was probably a pressure washer you were hearing. Unless, it's actually Goodrich Farms replied to and said it might be the conveyors. That is true, yes. If you're hearing the conveyors that are running there on the silo system. Let's see what's here. Brian P was saying, here's Brian P might have the thing for the trailer. I wonder. He says, I think you have to use the manure system hose with that trailer. Okay. Maybe the trailer does work. It just needs a hose for it. Oh, no. Do I have one of those? I do have them, or I did have the manure system. I don't know if I ever put it in my mod folder. And where would one find that, too? That's the next question. I mean, one would assume like slurry tanks or something like that. Probably be where you'd find that, right? But I don't know. I'll have to go look at them and see if I have that hose around. So I know I have the manure system somewhere. I might not have it in my mod folder, but I did download it a while back. Thought it looked interesting. Never did do anything with it, so it's probably not in my mod folder. Just Stuff Wolf was asking, why does that truck not have a fuel gauge? You know what? That is actually an excellent question there. I don't know. I did actually go check that out here when I seen your comment. He's talking about this red truck over here, which apparently says it's a standard, huh? Okay. Yeah, apparently the mod author must have screwed that up as well. Yeah. I hate to think if the fuel is missing from what else is wrong with that truck. And actually, I can see there's something else wrong with it. It says standard right here, so it's missing the mod name right there. That tells me something else is seriously wrong with it, too. Yeah, great. Let's see. Mike was saying in the comments here, I've tried a lot of equipment. I can't get that trailer to fill anything. A couple of others have said that as well. Let's see. Chuck was asking, is that flatbed trailer available anywhere? I guess it's on one of the mod sites. I don't remember which one or where that came from exactly. Again, everyone, it is public. I know someone else was asking if it's private. No, it is public, everyone. Or at least I downloaded it from some public website. I think it came off one of those less than stellar websites. So, yeah, you can probably find it. Not sure why you'd want it, though, because, like I said, it doesn't seem to work. He was saying that is the most common way farmers fill their implements here, and I'm kind of shocked that there isn't one out there. Well, there is one out there. They're looking in it to work. Though, like I said, let's see. Ooh, was it Brian? Yeah, Brian was saying maybe the manure system. We'll have to maybe check that out. Oh, and I do have it auto-stopping at the headlands here, by the way, so that's why the tractor's stopping. I should probably adjust that number a little bit so it stops a little bit closer. It is a little bit farther away here. Let's see if we can actually do that here. Bring this up here. We set this to like probably 8, maybe. I think that's what we got to do. That should stop a little bit closer to the edge of the field. I'm not exactly sure when it says 9 what that number is. Evan, is it 9 meters? I don't know. I've never really quite figured out what that number is because it doesn't really seem to make sense with anything. Yeah, I would say actually, obviously, we're probably closer than 9 meters when we stop. 9 feet, maybe? Although being European, I doubt that's 9 feet. That doesn't quite make sense. It's 9 something, everyone. No idea what. Let's see, how's the progress going here? Yeah, we're definitely making some pretty good progress, I would say, everyone. We're gonna have to refill here again fairly soon, aren't we? Okay. Down to 15% already. That's how you know we're really working the planter here when we have to refill that often. So this will be... well, once we refill it this time around, this will be, I think, the third refill on this field here. And again, on field 1 here is by far our largest field. Or field 3, I'm sorry. Field 3 is by far our largest field, followed by 2 and 1. 3 is almost twice as large as 2. And I don't remember how large field 1 was here again. If we go to... let's see what that is. Control G, right? Yes. Got to remember, like, the Control G, Control S, all... yeah, all the different controls for the various, like, global company here, and then the guidance, steering, stuff like that. Yeah. If we had a little more money, we could probably potentially lease a field. That actually might not be a bad idea. And I'm not particularly, familiar with the Millennial Farmers, operation as far as fields go. But if I had to guess, he's probably leasing quite a few fields. That's, again, how a lot of farmers around here work. They lease fields from different individuals. That would be an option I had not thought of on this map. Like I said, maybe not this year in game, but maybe next year we'll, again, see how much money we have. We can maybe look at leasing 2 or 3 fields or something. Expand the operation, right? I'm not sure what fields those would be, but we'll figure that out then. Anyway, back to this. I was going to look at this one here. Field 3, again, is 37.54 hectares. That's going to take, well, or did maybe take, I should say, 121,000 liters of lime, huh? Don't remember putting that much lime on it. Good thing. Wow, that is a lot of lime. Would have taken 8,000 liters of fertilizer, 10,000 liters of liquid fertilizer, which we put... oh, what did we actually put on this field again? Was that liquid or solid? Make sure you remember. I wonder which one we put on it here again. Regardless, that probably actually sounds fairly close to being right. We're going to need about 11,000 liters of herbicide. Good to know. 540,000 liters of manure if we were to do manure or slurry on this one, huh? Yeah. That's a lot of crap. Oh, we're going to make it to the end here. Yeah, looks like we could probably make it to the end. Oh, let's see. Shall we drive over to the truck, or should we bring the truck over here? Now, you know, we might as well go drive over to the truck. I'm probably going to want to grab some liquid fertilizer while we're at it here again, too. Okay, I guess that was still not quite close. Like I said, I'm on point 9. What? 9 what? That definitely is not... I don't know. 9... okay, if it's 9 meters, 9 meters what? I don't know. Whatever. That turned off, folded up. You're gonna fold, right? Should be doing something. Oh, there it goes. I'm not sure what's actually changing on this planner because I always question, like, did I actually push the button? Oh, wait, no, it's going. It's going. Yep. This one, like, takes a moment to fold up. At least it has the Millennial fold-up mode, right? Okay, we'll just go ahead and grab some liquid fertilizer here first. Oh, and Really? Again? We're out of money again. Okay, fine. Borrow another. Whoa, we got 40,000 borrowed already. Okay. Wow, that's we borrowed a lot of money already. And all just to plant these fields mainly. That and the various maintenance costs throughout the night that were not particularly kind to us either. Okay, there we go. Back in business again. Close those covers. And I don't know, what side of the field's closer here? I'm thinking maybe this one is. I don't know, maybe not. That's the direction we're driving though, so let's go that way. After all, we finished on one of the ends, so it doesn't really matter which end we start from here. Okay, and wait for the planter to fold out here a minute. Oh, let's see. What do we got left? Looks like maybe another half a dozen rows or so of one. Not a whole lot. Still, probably take a while to plant because I don't know. How long does it take to get across this field? I never really actually timed it here. Ooh, might not have enough time left this episode to time this either. We'll see once here. Turn that back on. Lower it down. And away we go. Yeah, like I said, it looks like maybe about another half a dozen rows here, so I can't quite see. We do have one headland pass done over there, and it should line up with the guidance steering, by the way, because we did do that last pass there, for that headland with guidance steering. As long as we haven't shifted the line over at all, it should line up. See how far we can make it here before we wrap up this episode. Kind of curious how long it takes us to get from one end to the other. Wondering too if we're going to need some more seed here. Probably going to need just a little bit more seed, I'm thinking, maybe before we finish this field. And we are definitely doing what I call some high-speed planting here. We are moving at 9 miles per hour, so that's moving right along for planting. We got all the high-speed upgrades put in the planter, right? You know, again, I mean, that's another cool thing that Farming Simulator could, potentially add to the game. You know, high-speed option for the planters there. Now you can plant at like 10 miles per hour versus maybe more of a standard 5 miles per hour or something like that, right? Okay, the planter costs you an extra, $20,000, $40,000 or whatever. Hey, then you plant so much faster. And at least in the case of this planter, visually speaking, it probably wouldn't require a whole lot visual to change. Be more of just, background. Okay, now you can go 10 miles instead of 5 miles, right? At this point, I don't know if it actually would be possible with the game, everyone. I don't know if there's like a way you can do like an XML configuration for the planter there. Oh, now you can go this fast instead of that fast. I don't know that that's possible. Without additional Lua scripting in the game, I mean, you're limited to whatever the game allows. Now, of course, if you can write your own Lua scripting, then you can kind of go outside of the bounds of what the game allows. That, of course, like I said, requires additional scripting, which you kind of, if you ask me, have to be a little bit careful with. That's when things start going awry very quickly with mods that have additional Lua scripts in them. This planter or tractor, for example, I can tell probably has an additional Lua script in everyone because it's got options on here that probably shouldn't be available on it. Like leveling and compacting. Why does this have a leveling and compacting option? I don't think there's anything in this tractor or planter that would allow for that. So there's probably... Oh, what is the script called again? There's a script that basically adds additional configurations to the mod. Allows for different configurations to the mod that it typically wouldn't have. Again, this is what I was talking about with additional scripting required to add additional functionality, right? So basically there's a script that adds additional configurations to the mod than it would normally have. And that's probably what's messing up horseplay there. Because, of course, oh, so you can do this, huh? It really can't. But because of that mod, horseplay thinks maybe it can. Well, let's see. So what about 4 minutes to make it across the field here? Speaking of which, everyone, it is time to wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, folks, have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.